Hello everyone, I'm the Weather Dude, welcome back, and today we are talking about our Christmas winter storm that's going to be sweeping from the upper Midwest into the Northeast. So without further ado, let's get into it. Stay tuned for the whole video and enjoy. If you like staying up to date with the latest weather forecasts and updates, then please consider hitting the subscribe button below. Let's see how fast we can get to 2,000 subscribers. Also, to help this video's performance very much, please consider clicking the like button and sharing this video with your friends. Also, please consider watching the whole video. Thank you. Now let's get on with today's video. So yes, we are talking about the Christmas storm, the Christmas winter storm. It's even producing blizzard conditions right now across the upper Midwest. We're going to go over that briefly. And then we're also going to talk about the Northeast as well, because we got some snow coming for you guys. Not the Mid-Atlantic and the Southeast, but hopefully that will be another storm. But Winter Storm Harold, our Christmas winter storm, is what's going to be sweeping through now through the next day or two. And here is a good depiction, Weather Channel map here. So we have a low to the south, and this one is going to help produce some severe weather in the south, as you can see right here, from Louisiana through Alabama. And then we have our low to the north here, and they're both connected with this front. And that's just producing the powerful winds. I saw wind reports passing 60, 70 miles an hour, well, at least 60. Around North Platte had around 62 mile an hour wind gust earlier. Blizzard warnings in the hot pink color there. All right, and we got tons of wind advisories and high wind warnings in place. Winter storm warnings for Minneapolis. So this is a messy, messy storm. All right, and then we also have some flood alerts from Northern Virginia through Washington, D.C., central western Maryland, as well as eastern PA, northern Jersey, and southern New York. It's funny because these areas were just getting a bunch of snow from winter storm gales, so this is going to, especially in southern New York where they got a ton of snow, when you include the flood threat, that is going to increase your flood threat more than it already may seem. All right, so big time flood threats in the Northeast as well. So again, as we always do, these do update every day, so we'll take a look at the latest oscillations. PNA is staying in the positives, so there is some cold air that's supposedly flowing into the east, but it's not enough. There will be plenty of cold air behind the storm, so we're going to take a look at those temperatures behind the storm as well. NAO, North Atlantic Oscillation, is definitely in the negatives, but the Arctic Oscillation is the one that really surprised me because this is really deep into the negatives, even through New Year's, and that tells me that a lot more cold air is going to funnel its way into the central and eastern United States. So here is the full alert map. Actually, I did just set this up, but let me just make sure we got the latest alerts. All right, so now we actually have flash flood watch now for basically the entire state of Virginia, all the way up through Maine at this point. All right, this is kind of like an updated alerts map. We have winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings for the mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, and of course we got our blizzard warnings there for near Minneapolis. I think Minneapolis is not in a blizzard warning. Oh yeah, they just got included in the blizzard warning now for Minneapolis. So if we take a look, because Minneapolis, if you may have noticed, it crashed over to snow pretty quickly here. All right. So again, winds of 35 to 50 miles an hour, and that's sustained winds. We're talking about gusts as high as 65. Now the snow totals won't be the greatest in this area, but it's going to seem like there is, all because of the wind blowing all this snow around. Like 1 to 3 inches may seem like 8 inches in a snowdrift. All right, so snow will be a lot, even though in reality the snow will be coming down very quickly, but it won't be lasting very long. But Minneapolis will be getting a lot of snow still falling from the sky, but areas like South Dakota and North Dakota didn't get very much. It was more so the wind for you guys. Now, here's the Euro model. We got some of the wind gusts here. All right, again, 50. I mean, we're talking about like 63, like I said, in North Platte. All right, so Euro model is pretty accurate at this. But just also notice the temperatures, guys, behind all this. Hutchinson, 5. All right, we got Morris, 3 degrees. St. Cloud, 5 degrees. Fergus Falls, -2. All right, and again, we're on that back side of that storm system. All right, and that's bringing the cold air. But look at the warm side. Look at Lansing, Michigan, 50 degrees. Detroit, 48. I mean, it's not warm, but it's really warm compared to what we see, all right, on the western side of the storm. All right, so this is a pretty strong storm system, and this is going to be moving its way to the north, all right? And then as it moves north, the cold front is going to continue to expand, and that's going to push through the east. Because of the lows far track to the north, it's just going to be like a frontal system, so it'll be rain to snow for a lot of people in the Northeast. And if you look at the GFS model, all right, GFS model here, Again, pretty much a similar picture. You got this very strong front, I call it like a cold front. So behind it, temperatures are probably going to crash a lot. And let's actually go back to the European model because I want to take it through. So here's the storm, and you can see, look at these southerly winds with the European model. 65 mile an hour wind gusts for Philadelphia and Atlantic City. All right, and then the cold air really comes in behind it. All right, if you look at Philly, for example, on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, I should say, you're about 57 degrees. And then look at this. You're 39 by the time on Christmas Day in the afternoon, you're down to 39, and you're going to be going a lot lower than that. But we'll take a look at the temperatures a bit more later. So here we have the radar here for Minneapolis, and as you can see, you see these dark blues right here in Minneapolis. That's where the really heavy snow is. And then, of course, place like Montevideo here, we got some more moderate snow, but the heavy snow right on that back side of where the precipitation, the rain was earlier. On the backside, we change to heavy snow, then it'll go to more moderate, then light snow, and then it kind of like all tapers off. Duluth, we're getting heavy snow right now as well. Again, the waypoint I have set there is Minneapolis. And pretty much heavy snow, basically from Duluth to St. Cloud to Minneapolis through Hayward. All right, all in this region here, we got some widespread dark blues actually. So snowfall rates 1 to 2 inches an hour, definitely blizzard conditions. I mean, you might end up with 5 to 8 inches, and then we might have a snow drift that could be double that. All right, so definitely a very severe situation, very dangerous storm we have on our hands. And now we're going to start to take a look at the models. We have our GFS, our Canadian, and our European model here. And going to kind of take a look at the precipitation, how much, and also the temperatures. How bad could those temperatures be? So here's the GFS model, and again, you can see mostly does start out as rain. For most of us, it may start out as rain, except in those really high elevations. All right, but even you guys might even start out as rain. And then we go over to some snow, some heavier snow, parts of the Appalachian Mountains here. This is 8 p.m. on Thursday. By 2 a.m. on Friday, you notice here was the low, and then again on the back side of the front, on the back side of the low, that's where all the snow starts coming in. And it could come down at a pretty good clip, just like what we're seeing in Minneapolis. But the snow, even though, like if you look at the previous frame, right, it looks like, okay, this was to head due east. The mid-Atlantic would get the snow, but the snow is actually going to wrap around the low, because the low is going to move north, and so is the snowfall. So mid-Atlantic won't get the chance to have any of the snow, and to be honest with you, even if that area of snow were to move into the mid-Atlantic, it would probably turn into an area of rain because of how warm it still is. All right, then the snow lifts on out of here, and then all is said and done. All right, by Christmas afternoon, all right, it should be A-okay. Everything should be clearing out, except maybe northern New England. Still get some rain there. So yes, the coast of New England will be getting rain as well, so don't feel bad. All right, now here we are. All right, you can see 8 p.m. Friday, just look at the temperature. You can just kind of tell where the front is, right? We already got the cold air coming in behind it. And yes, the cold air will be sweeping its way through. I mean, it may get to a point where you get to 7 in a place like Snowshoe, West Virginia on 8 p.m. on Christmas, right? And we will get down to about 1 degree in Snowshoe, 2 a.m. on Saturday. And then same thing, about 1 degree by the time you wake up on Saturday. And then Saturday morning, day after Christmas, it's going to be cold. All right, 23. It may not seem like that, but with the wind chills, I bet you it's going to be really cold. Actually, let's actually take a look at the wind chills. All right, according to the GFS model. All right, here we are. This is day after Christmas. Look at this. Yes, this is Saturday morning. Wind chills in Philadelphia, 13. Back to the west in southwestern Pennsylvania, western Maryland, -10 to -12 is what it's going to feel like. So it's going to be pretty cold out there. Now, total snowfall accumulations, probably a good 6 to 12. I say that the target snowfall, the highest snowfall, will be between Buffalo and Cleveland, probably because you're going to see some lake enhancement there as well. So probably above a foot for those areas, as well as like the Adirondacks, as you can see to the north here, kind of near Syracuse or just north. You still got 16 inches of snow in your forecast, again, because of the Great Lakes enhancement. Now, we're going to take a look at the Canadian model next, and then the European model. So Canadian model, overall, these models do tell the same story, but it's nice to get everybody's opinion because you don't never know. These could change about like one model run later. These models could change. All right, but I think we pretty much have a good deal of confidence as to what's going to happen here. But look how the snow just lingers. Friday night into Saturday, the snow is still lingering on the back side of that low. And you can see, look at the dark blues they have forming on the coast of the Great Lakes here, and that is the lake enhancement we're going to be talking about we're going to see really strong winds coming out of the northwest on the backside, and that in turn is going to make for some very heavy snowfall. It may not even be until late Saturday into Sunday before the snow tapers off for the Great Lakes regions, or should I say a place like Erie, Pennsylvania. Now, how about those temperatures? The temperatures will be very low as well. All right, as you can see, look at the low coming in 19 Saturday morning for a place like Philadelphia. Even back to the west, look at this, 4 degrees in Snowshoe. West Virginia got 20 in New York. Actually, a little bit milder because of the cold air. It's at the angle it's coming in. So Saturday morning, right, a place like Washington D.C. is 17, but northern Maine is still 43. That's because the angle of the cold front that is coming in. Yes, Maine might actually be warmer than Virginia or North Carolina. That might be the case, but eventually Maine will crash over to cold air as well. All right, and then you got some really cold temperatures to deal with. So snowfall totals with the Canadian model, like I said, with that band, we're talking about over 2 feet for a place like Erie, Pennsylvania, but then Buffalo may only get 9. All right, well, I shouldn't say only, that's a lot of snow as well, but compared to Erie, that's not much. And Cleveland's still about 15 inches according to this model, so they put like the bullseye right here near the Great Lakes, but still outside of that, 6 to 12 inches from western Pennsylvania all the way down through even eastern Kentucky, 6 to 12, so still a lot of snowfall. All right, and our final model here is going to be the European model, all right? So here we are. Again, all 3 models do agree. There's your low. You got your mix in between the rain and the snow. You got your wood tree mix area. All right, then we crash over the snow for a little bit. Snow lingers around the Erie area. And again, late Friday into Saturday, everything should be tapering off with the exception of some Great Lakes snow showers. All right, and then as for our temperatures, again, they take a big crash. As a matter of fact, we may even get down to 0, or I even see -2. All right, as low as -2 degrees in eastern West Virginia in the mountainous regions, even in some lower elevations as well. All right, and that is going to be Saturday morning, and even colder air comes in Sunday morning to some areas as well. And as for the snowfall, again, all 3 models pretty much bullseye 12 plus, 12 to 18 plus there for the Great Lakes regions, and then Western PA down through West Virginia, still, again, 6 to 10, 6 to 12. I think the models are really agreeing on that region at this point. And if we take a look at the wind graphic for the east, all right, we're starting with the European model here. All right, so this is Thursday, and then again, Friday, the winds are going to be cranking here. 66, 70 mile-an-hour winds at times near the I-95 corridor, so it's going to be very windy, rain and extreme wind for the I-95 corridor. Still going to be a dangerous day. Even though it's not snow, it can still be dangerous. Severe weather for the southeast as well. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Stay safe out there. Merry Christmas. I am the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time, I will catch you guys in the next video.